Hello, this is Ronnie, this is Aubrey, and we're
Hello.
making a little video here, something that we were thinking about that, because we're both raw, but we both do it slightly differently,
Yeah.
and you definitely identify more as a fruitarian,
Yeah. I eat more fruit than I don't.
and I eat more fruit than I don't, but I usually would say raw vegan, but fruit based
Fruit based.
or fruit. I guess fruitarian. I don't mind the word fruitarian either, but
There are so many levels to it though, and there are some like perfectionist fruitarians that say if you eat anything that isn't fruit, then you don't get to qualify, and that's just like
okay.
we don't need that kind of
You
negativity in our
but
lives.
But what's been interesting about meeting you is that you really do try and mostly stay away from salad. Even
Yeah.
you
I
don't really eat much of that.
I like to allow myself to do it if I really feel like I want to. Um,
Yeah.
but I would prefer to stay more on the fruit side just because of like the karmic energy of
Okay.
it and the way that like my body is still like dealing with digesting vegetables and stuff too. Like fruit's obviously easier. Fruit's easier for everyone to digest once their body starts clearing out. So you know, but if I eat salad, I can eat salad, and it's
Yeah.
not like I'm going out and going across the street to the McDonald's and getting French fries or something like that. So
Yeah, yeah, and also like you've always picked up on things that I've did. Like when I was eating tomatoes a lot, and you don't even and like you kind of stay away from things that you don't think are ideal. Like even within the fruit kingdom.
yeah,
Like avocados, tomatoes, you kind of stay away from those a lot. Although you do eat them, but you don't eat them that much.
no, it's always in moderation if I
Yeah,
want to do it. Like the night before I started this like grape feast with everybody,
yeah,
I made like a spaghetti kind of thing, which was zucchini noodles, and then the sauce was like tomatoes, the dehydrated tomato, avocado, some garlic powder, Italian herbs, like a couple of dates, I think. And that was it, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Like so it was still like really simple.
yeah,
So
yeah. That was really good.
it was super good.
Yeah, so but the reason we're making this video is because you're doing like a grape thing right now,
Mm.
where you're just eating grapes. How are you feeling?
I'm not sure if I'm getting into that like point of the detox where I'm just like mentally over it or
Yeah,
what, but it's been 4 days. The first day was like completely juice, and it was grape and lime juice. That's where I've been kind of like I've been putting limes in the juice because otherwise the juice is just like way too sweet for some reason. And I can't enjoy it. It almost makes me kind of nauseous. Like it gets me a little nauseated. And then the last couple of days, like the day after and yesterday, have been like juice mostly throughout the entire day. And then I'll eat grapes at night. And today I've only eaten grapes. I haven't juiced it at all. And so I'm just kind of like, I've been, and this probably doesn't help, but watching like videos on people making like raw vegan food. And of course, like my entire timeline is most people that are raw vegan or whatever, and they post all their food pictures and recipes and stuff. And so I don't
yeah,
know if I'm like obviously not helping the situation and the intense want for something other than
yeah.
grapes right now. So
And and you were asking me why I didn't do the grape thing with you, and you didn't really. I don't think you really pushed it on me. Or I didn't realize it was an important thing.
well, I didn't really like ask you if you were gonna do it with me, but I just knew that you
Yeah,
knew that like I was doing it and that all the people were kind of like getting
yeah,
together to
yeah.
do
That's
it
true.
because it's like
That's true. I did kind of know. I was just wasn't sure if we'd be able to do it. But I think that part of me, like, I've tried to stay away from these things sometimes because it's like people. It's like if you're not going to do it for a long time, then why do it at all? Is somehow sometimes how I think about it. Like if you're just
mm,
gonna eat grapes for
ever.
no, but if you're gonna do it for like a week or 5 days or something, then that might be attractive to some people. But if what you're doing is kind of working for you, which I feel what I'm doing kind of does work for me and all that, then I don't feel a desperate need to jump onto something that feels a bit more restrictive than needs to be.
Hmm.
But I think it is like I do agree with the idea of it. That like it makes more sense that that's how we would eat
Yeah,
more in nature, like
just
one
one
fruit
kind
at
of
a
thing.
time. And so I've never really experienced a long term fruit island, but I think we will do like bananas island or something
Yeah,
together.
maybe. Well, what I'm thinking too is that like the day that I woke up, the first day, so that was Monday, the first day that I started participating. My body was just like craving the grape juice. Like that's all it wanted. Like we went to the fruit market that day, right, and got those
Yeah,
Sultana grapes. Yeah, we went that. Yeah, we did go Monday because the it was a Scottish holiday, like a bank holiday, and so we got there really late. First of all, and then second of all, it was a holiday, so there was like only
nice.
one stand open, and luckily they had grapes, so we got some, and they were really good, and the juice was like really good, especially with the limes. And Tuesday was easy as well for me to drink the juice and then eat some grapes. And then yesterday it started to get a little more tough. And then today it's just been like I've been eating grapes and I'm just like so I'm getting to
You're
that point where I'm
tired?
like hangry and I'm exhausted and I've also done like really intense yoga the past 2 days and like
Yeah,
we've been doing a lot of intense like computer work and work on the cell phones and stuff. So like I'm even feeling like a lot of like eye strain. I literally like
yeah,
ordered blue blocker glasses because I'm just like if I'm gonna keep working online like I want to, then I need something to help me when I'm consistently like on the computer. So it's just been like a collective. I've been doing a lot and eating a lot less and like the detox is heavy and we were talking earlier this morning too that like even in the beginning of this year like I was in this really bad depression and like binge eating like the worst kinds of foods and I don't want to admit to all of you guys, but I was eating things like cheese and it was a whole nightmare of destroying my
yeah,
body and like whatever. So I still have like weight on my body that is like going away because of that. And that's why we've also talked about like me staying away from fasting because I want it to be like a sustainable journey to it, and I've done now 4 days on just grapes and it's getting to a point where I'm not enjoying it anymore, so maybe I can like I need to like step away and that's
yeah.
okay, like 4 days is really amazing for anyone, so it's like eh.
Yeah, I do think I think it's I guess firstly it's hard when for example being brought up in a situation where you eat so much variety. So we're so used to that and we're so surrounded by stimulation and like we don't have to do much to get our food. It's so easy for us to get food and all that stuff and like yeah, it makes it difficult. But I do think I could do an island. And I could do one. I've always thought about doing a really long banana island or something. Even like the guy that did the potatoes for a year, I've thought about doing bananas for a year because it would just ram home the point for a lot of people. Like, you're not going to become deficient on fruit, even just bananas. You're not going to become protein deficient and all that stuff. So,
Well, and I feel like bananas are easier on the body as opposed to grapes because, like, in the raw vegan fruitarian world, grapes are like one of the biggest detoxifiers, like one of the biggest cleansers. Like, there's that entire book, like The Grape Cure
yeah,
by
right, yeah.
Joanna Brandt or whatever it is. And if you, research on YouTube, like grape fast and everything, Dr. Morse comes up and all that stuff because grapes are so easily digested by the body and they're so quick to like pull out weaknesses and like flush the body out. So having something as super like water based
Yeah.
like in a fruit like grapes are as opposed to like bananas which are a lot more dense, then like it's easier to eat bananas and not have as many detox symptoms, I guess,
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do with
Well,
it, but
I also think that it's very easy to. I mean, I always go back to like under eating, and it's really
mm-hmm.
easy to do that on grapes. I think because grapes are pretty satisfying, and I think they give the illusion of having more calories than they do or something because like if I was to try and if I was to eat just grapes and I wanted to continue doing everything I'm doing
Mm.
and be active, then it would be like 10, maybe 8 punnets, 500 gram punnet. The way that they're sold usually is in 500 gram punnet. It would be like quite a lot of those,
Mm-hmm. Something I
and
don't know if
it's
you saw like on the
hard.
group chat
Right.
that everybody has that they were talking about the grape fast, and Kim was saying something along the lines of like eating the grapes and then like feeling like your body's telling you that you've had enough, but
Yeah.
you need to like eat more
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
despite
yeah,
that
yeah.
feeling, and
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
like that's also really hard.
And that's totally hard to go. That's totally hard to bypass. And
Yeah.
I think the issue is as well, if you're not very active, you're not craving sugars as much and
Mm-hmm.
fruits as much. So there's a part of it as well about being more active and
Yeah, today I haven't been active at all. But I've been
yes,
more hungry
but
today. I
then
don't know.
you're not feeling like being active because partly because maybe you're not eating as much and things like that. It's
Well, the past 3 days I did a lot of exercise though.
yeah.
Monday we went to the gym. Yesterday and the day before, I did an hour and 10 or an hour and 15-minute long yoga classes. You know, so I was like way more
Yeah.
active. But then today I woke up and my body was sore. I think because of the yoga. You know, I'm starting to build back up my.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
So.
also like you were talking about the tension between the fact that I'm not eating what you're eating. You've always liked the idea that we eat the same thing.
Yeah, I do like
Literally, that
Yeah.
we eat exactly the same thing.
Well, we've talked about it in videos before too, that like you're on a different frequency when eating heavier foods like avocado and
Yeah.
bananas, and I'm like on grapes, and I'm just like,
Yeah. So.
So it does, and that's like that's a thing just in general about relationships. When couples are together or whatever, they tend to like eat the same food. Like I see that, like just with my parents. My mom, is like,
Yeah.
well, I would love to eat more fruits and vegetables, but this is what your dad eats, and so I
Right,
eat with
right,
him.
right, right,
So it's
right.
kind of like that level of like just another way to connect with your partner.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would I would like to try and basically commit to eating more exactly like you or the same stuff as you or whatever.
Yeah, but then
And,
we have to find like a balanced like middle ground because
Yeah, I don't know. Like I for a long time I was eating a lot of tomatoes and lettuce, and
yeah,
you basically told me to stop doing that
it was.
because of the way I was doing it.
Yeah,
Because
I was gonna say it wasn't the food; it was the habit
we should
around
make
the
we
food.
should make another video about that. Just
Yeah, we can.
my habits.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know if this video
Was there really a point to it?
I don't know if
What
there
did
was a
you?
point
What was
to
the
it.
point we wanted to make?
that
Raw vegan.
that there was a
versus
tension between the fact that you were just eating fruit and I was eating salad in front of you, and you were like, you didn't like that or whatever.
Well, it's tough when salad sounds really nice, and I'm just like telling myself like, okay, we're just doing grapes. But then once it gets away from like doing it because you enjoy it and doing it because you're telling yourself you have to, then that turns into like where other thoughts of different kinds of foods can come up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I've been thinking about like soup all day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's even been like cooked lentil soup is like the thing that's come up for
Right.
me, and so it's been an
Yeah.
interesting like time to try and like sort through that because I'm obviously not acting on that impulse,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it's there, and I'm like, okay.
Although we are going over to my mum's house tonight, and there's always a chance that she's got cooked lentil soup.
I will never. I'm not eating cooked food.
Okay,
That's not
okay,
the
okay,
route that I want to go.
Okay, thank you for watching. Send a message and or put a comment or something and let us know what else you would like a video on, or if you've got any comments on this video.
Yeah,
Thank
maybe
you for watching.
maybe stay tuned and we'll make a video next about Ronnie's habits.
Yeah, and if you're in Glasgow and you're looking for and you're interested in some healing and stuff, then go to Musolf Method or search for that online.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what Aubrey has to offer.
Yeah, I just have been like working super hard on my website.
Yeah.
And it's really beautiful. And so you can go over there and apply for a phone consultation with me, which is awesome. I just booked 2 clients today for next week, and I've got another one next week, so that's 3 so far. And yeah, we're just getting the ball rolling with that. So for people that are really serious about their healing journey and want to take responsibility for that in their life,
Okay.
then I'm the person for you.
Yeah, awesome. And if you want some merchandise. I've never seemed to be wearing the T-shirt when I need to be wearing. Fruitfest.co.uk/shop for the Love Fruit T-shirt.
Mhm.
And
T-shirt, sweatshirt, recipe book, all that stuff.
yeah, thank you for your support.